So, June 19th, you've got about 23 days left for the India versus West Indies tour to begin. 2 tests, 3 ODIs, 5 T20Is. Now, when will the squad come? We have probably an inkling that maybe by the end of this week, hopefully we should get it, because we're waiting for 2 things as Indian cricket fans. One, the squad for the West Indies tour, and second, this World Cup schedule. I mean, this is unprecedented. I mean, if you look at it, 19th of June, another 4 months, 4 to 5 months, 5 months, that's it.
Less
the
than
schedule,
that,
oh, yeah, 4.5 months actually. The schedule official has still not yet been announced. And whenever I have heard of World Cup build-ups, 1 year or 6 months well in advance. That these are the venues, these are the timings, and this is the proper full schedule. 2023, it is not happening whatsoever. Now, what will come first? The India squad for the Windies tour or the World Cup schedule? Guys.
Interesting question.
I think the World Cup squad should, the World Cup schedule I think might come later. The Windies tour schedule will come a bit earlier, the squad that is. Now, the main question we are debating is there's a lot of reports around who will be included. Give this guy a chance, give that guy a chance. Are we going to see the core of the WTC final squad intact? Or are we going to see some fresh faces?
The core will remain. Of course, you will not have the entire squad being changed immediately.
Say for example, Cheteshwar Pujara. Do we see him in this West Indies tour? After the cycle that ended, he actually underwhelmed in that 21 to 23.
I think that's a point of discussion. Whether how are you looking at Cheteshwar Pujara's future with Indian cricket? Have we seen the last of Cheteshwar Pujara, or there is still scope that he might because see, if he goes to West Indies, I'm sure he will get runs.
Yeah.
But then if Indian cricket has to change, there has to be a transition phase. Maybe you can start the transition from this tour of West Indies, and with that transition, well, I think maybe Yashasvi Jaiswal now. Also, there are reports, I cannot confirm at least, that whether Rohit Sharma will be rested or not, he sought rest, because I'm not too sure. Because you'll already have a 1 month break, then what sort of rest are you asking for? And then I think one of the key fast bowlers might be rested. Yeah. Whether it is going to be Shami, Siraj, or who will it be? Because I think not a lot of people are talking about one fast bowler with loads of experience, that is Ishant Sharma. I have a feeling that Ishant Sharma might just come back for that West Indies tour. Because you will try a few, because Mukesh Kumar was amongst the reserves for that WTC final. So he is one of the prospects to be included in that squad. Then a few other names, because Rohit Sharma, will be surprised if he's asking for rest or if he is rested.
Because if supposing the reports are true, supposing that Rohit Sharma sought rest, then in the future, I mean, even after the ODI World Cup, you're going to see a lot of decisions being made about the future of certain senior players. Was the WTC final then his last as captain? Because they will definitely then be looking for new fresh faces for the South Africa tour that begins from December. Because then this is his last chance then, if Rohit Sharma has to look at it for the test captaincy. Because now from July onwards till November, you're going to play only ODIs.
I actually thought that that West Indies tour could be Rohit Sharma's last test tour, or in that second test match, if he does play that full 2-match series, the 2-test series, I think that could be it could be his last test match. I'm not saying that he will be asked to leave or something. I think he will himself give up on test cricket. But then there is a flip side to it as well. although he won't announce, I'm saying it could be his last test match. He may not announce that he is taking retirement from test cricket, because you don't need to, because the next test match or the test series that you will play after that will be in
South Africa
in
December.
December. So here West Indies, you're playing test matches first.
Yeah,
right?
test matches first, followed by 3 ODIs.
Yeah. So so you still will have about 4 odd months to decide, what he's going. So why do you need to announce your retirement? So, but the flip side is, then if he's not playing test cricket, T20s,
He's
in
not
T20,
selected.
he's not there. So what happens next, as far as Rohit Sharma is concerned, I'm a little it's a little bit hazy, to be honest, but amongst the bowlers, I think what WTC final also exposed is your bench strength in the bowling department. So
Non-existent pretty much.
so maybe, and also if you have to go back to Ishant Sharma, then are you actually looking at the future, or you want to try somebody like Mukesh Kumar?
Because that's the argument that was used for Ajinkya Rahane. Because there is actually no depth when you look at, suppose Shreyas is injured, you don't have confidence in Surya. That's why you had to go back on Rahane for the WTC final. Despite having a pretty average-ish 2021-23 cycle, but yet you persisted with him. The other thing is there, fine. That he did well with an 89 and a 46. It tapers over the cracks, but then you have a massive problem of depth here. This is where the squad that could be selected, how will it look like? We are just trying to wrap our heads around that. So let's assume that the Rohit Sharma reports are all not true. So Rohit and Shubman, definitely. That will be your openers. Now, if Pujara doesn't play, then do you take Yashasvi Jaiswal as your number 3? Groom him for that.
Yes.
Because he played at number 3 in the Irani trophy, got you a double hundred and a 150. But that was because Mayank opened in that. So, but then you're not going to push Virat Kohli to number 3. He'll be your number 4. So, Rohit, Shubman, ideal world, Yashasvi Jaiswal, then Virat Kohli. Rahane stays at number 5.
For now, yeah.
6. Looking at the way how the Dulip Trophy selections have happened, Ishan Kishan opted out of the East Zone selection. He's not been included. KS Bharat is there for South Zone. So, are we going to see Ishan Kishan play the entire tour?
No, but if he is opted out of the Dilip Trophy, maybe he thinks that he is not there in the reckoning for the Test series. Although I think he will, or in fact he should go as the second wicket keeper.
Yep.
And then in case Rohit Sharma opts out, then you have 2 things to decide. And the more important issue is your captain. Who will captain the Indian team then?
Ajinkya Rahane.
Are you sure?
Who's the other option then? Because all your other captaincy options are injured.
I don't know. It's a good question because you don't have a captaincy option.
You have one.
Virat?
Fall back on Virat Kohli for
Yeah,
the tests.
so it's one thing we fall back on Rahane and now we'll fall back on Kohli.
Yeah, that can happen actually.
Those are the only options.
Only option. See, right, if you're not picking Rahane and if Rohit also is rested, then you only will go back on Virat Kohli.
The only option.
So I think if Rahane is your test captain, then he is a makeshift arrangement.
Yes.
And if Virat is your captain, then I think you are looking at possibly a longer run. I would say a bit longer run, and then you can also groom somebody like Shubman Gill or some other batter or a player as his deputy, as in the vice captain. So that could be, but the question is, will Virat accept if he is offered?
That's the thing, because
if people, because see, that was one captaincy that he himself relinquished.
yeah.
Because see, to ODI definitely was taken away, ODI captaincy. T20
He left it on his own accord.
on his own. Maybe he preempted something that after the T20 World Cup, it could be Tata to his white ball captaincy or T20 captaincy. So he said, he announced that he's not going to lead the Indian team after that 2021 T20 World Cup. But then test captaincy, and still he had a lot to offer as a test captain, because under him India, they have produced a lot of good results. But even under Rahane, you won that
Australia series
Australia
21.
But before that, Virat was the captain when the last 2018 you won that tour. Although a lot of people said that Steve Smith and David Warner were not there, but then you again beat them in the next series. Then when Virat was the captain, you were 2-1 ahead in that
England series.
in that England series in England. So, anyways, that's what. And then, who's your opener and who's your one down? If Rohit Sharma can, if these reports are true, because I cannot confirm if the reports are true, but it's a bit surprising. I haven't spoken to anybody who could confirm and say that whether he is playing or whether he is resting. So none of that. So then, who comes in as an opener and who bats at number 3? Will you stick to suddenly, if Rohit Sharma does opt out, then possibly I think then you may have to include Pujara.
Yeah.
Because you can't have, Shubman Gill is there. Then if you want Yashasvi Jaiswal to bat at number 3, then Abhimanyu Ishwaran will be your opener.
That again, yes, he's had a decent run in the India A tours, that the very few that have happened. But then are you going to, if Rohit doesn't play, then you include 2 untested players in Jaiswal and Abhimanyu Ishwaran?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, then you'll have to have Pujara. Then no call will be taken on him yet.
Yeah, because again, Pujara, 13 years, he's been your ultimate servant for the Indian Test team. Whatever you wanted to do out of him, he did do it. Won you those series in Australia in 2018 and 19. Of course, his record in the rest of the Sena countries is pretty underwhelming. So, but somewhere down the line, I thought the WTC final, the shots that he played and the way how his mental space was, I think it is the last few glimpses that we may see of Cheteshwar Pujara. Unfortunate. But let's look at it. If Rohit plays, then I think Pujara might not warrant a place. But if Rohit rests, then Pujara might play. So I am assuming that the reports are not true. Rohit, Shubman, then Yashasvi, Virat, Rahane, Ishan Kishan. You're picking 2 spinners.
Not KS Bharat.
Looking at the Dulip Trophy selection, I don't think KS Bharat is making the trip.
Why?
Because South Zone are playing the semi-finals. That's in the first week of July. The test matches, and already there are other reports to go by that Ishan has gone to the NCA for strength and conditioning. Then is that an indication that probably he is going on that plane to the Caribbean? Because I don't see KS Bharat now in the setup anymore. New cycle, and remember, even Ishan Kishan is a stopgap arrangement. We are all waiting on Rishabh Pant's arrival. Maybe somewhere around Feb 2024, hopefully. So Ishan Kishan, give him a chance for 2 series, either in West Indies and South Africa. If Pant is fit enough, gotten form in the period that because Ranji will be from January to March 2024. And that is the point when Rishabh Pant can potentially target, okay, I'll get some game time, I'll see how I perform, and then come back into the Indian team. So for me, it's Ishan as the keeper. You are playing Ashwin and Jadeja. There is going to be no debate on that.
Not in West Indies.
Not in the West Indies. I think Shardul holds his place. Siraj also, because I don't think they will want to manage Siraj's workload.
But Shami, I think they're going to look to manage his workload a tad. If not rest him entirely, then they might exclude him from one test or something like that. It seems likely. Or he's been bowling full tilt, if you think about it, since really
the Australia series.
Yeah, BGT, Australia series, thereafter IPL throughout. So he's been going at it.
Yeah.
They look to manage
Maybe
his
he'll
workload.
not play the 2 tests, he'll play the 3 ODIs.
Or he might play 1 test, so it's a possibility.
Yeah, because 3 ODIs, then you have Asia Cup.
सर अगर हम जैसे ईशान शर्मा की तरफ जाने हैं, अगर कोई ऐसे चांसेस लगे, क्या शिखर धवन के लिए मौका मिलता है?
No, I think Dhawan's time is done.
Dhawan hasn't
Played domestic cricket only.
exactly. I think the day he was, dropped from the test squad, and there was a chance, there was a scope. He could have gone back to domestic cricket, got some runs under his belt, and then could have made his comeback into the Indian team. But that's not been the case. When he himself doesn't wish to play domestic cricket or test cricket, then why will you, how will you include some on the basis of
What?
Exactly. What reasons do you have to pick him?
I had a decent IPL, but then that is not the be all or end all of it. And but then if not Abhimanyu Vishnu, why not Rituraj Gaikwad? But
I think Ruturaj is ahead any day.
Yeah.
Ruturaj, because see, he was the first one to be picked. He was the one
Yeah.
who was
The reserve
picked
player, yeah.
amongst the reserves. It was just that he opted out because of his marriage,
Yeah.
wedding. So then Yashasvi was included in that squad.
Yeah, so we've got 8. I think Thakur holds his place. Siraj holds his place. Then who's the other bowler? Only one bowler, which I am not able to.
Mukesh, maybe.
Mukesh. Ideal time to.
Now is the best time.
He's had good
Now
stints.
has to be the best time.
He's had good stints in the Ranji
Ranji
Trophy
Trophy.
for Bengal. He's then he did decently well for Delhi Capitals in the IPL. That's bowling.
So there's a bit of visibility there for him at
Yeah.
least.
So Mukesh, I would go. This is my 11 if you want to look at for the tests, and if you want to include even in the white ball scenario, you have Rituraj, you have Rinku Singh,
Or they
Tilak
might
Verma.
go. They might go even with a Jaydev for tests. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he did play in the Bangladesh tour.
Yeah, I mean he was part of the
No,
squad
Jaidev
definitely.
also.
Definitely.
World Cup, Yep.
And Arshdeep is there.
Arshdeep is someone, yes, I think who's
Been
on
doing well for
standby.
Kent in the
Yes.
county
So
circuit.
these and obviously your final 11 could be according to your preferences as in the team management, but squad, I think these faces, these names will definitely be considered, and most of these names and players will be picked as well in that squad. Just that the fitness of the players, I believe Ishant Sharma is started to is training, he's practicing. Maybe he's been tipped off. Maybe somebody may have spoken to him that the series, or maybe he has himself made himself available. He's told selectors that I would want to be considered, and if they want to consider him, then good enough.
Yep. I mean, he has got a very good record in the West Indies also. So
West Indies, most of the people have a very good record. Even Ashwin.
Ashwin.
With the bat. I'm not talking about the ball.
yeah.
Ball, leave
aside.
Leave his bowling aside. Even as a batter, also he's done pretty well.
Yep.
Chalo, Aajao, I think we'll take a few questions.
So what is the thing?
We stop somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Akash Bhardwaj is saying Jaiswal and Ruturaj will be going to West Indies, and one of them will make his debut. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Akash, definitely. If not both, definitely one of
least
them
one.
will make his.
For me, the favorite seems to be Yashasvi.
For
At this
that
point.
3 spot. Yeah.
Yep.
We expect the old members of the Indian cricket team to make a comeback in Test cricket, like Vihari, Mayank Agarwal, Kuldeep Yadav, Navdeep Saini, Prasidh Krishna, Washington Sundar, ODI and T20, Vijay Shankar, Rahane, Deepak Chahar, Shivam Dubey, Natarajan. T20s.
ODI, I would say Deepak Chahar.
I think all these names except for Deepak Chahar will not be there.
Yeah.
Will not be there in white ball series. And then as far as your tests are concerned, I think Kuldeep
Will be part of the scheme of things anyway. He
Yeah.
was playing in Bangladesh.
So Kuldeep Vihari, no.
Not a
Mayank
chance?
Agarwal,
No.
don't think. I think they have started.
past him,
Yeah.
yeah.
Navdeep has to be fit first.
Navdeep, isn't he fit?
Is he?
He did play for Rajasthan in the
IPL.
How many matches?
Prasidh's not
Prasidh's
yet been
definitely, but then he also got married recently and is on.
Yeah. So Washington Sundar.
Again,
No, Vihari broke his arm, I remember.
He got his wrist was broken by Avesh Khan. Na, in that
Yeah,
Ranji Trophy
so
tournament.
in this case, I think Navdeep Saini and Kuldeep Yadav, if you ask me, and in ODIs and T20s, I think Deepak Chahar is a dark horse. Maybe you can include him, But you people are forgetting one name, by the way, in white ball cricket. That's Mohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma, yes.
His name has been
think-
rumored as a comeback. Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah. So I was supposed to meet. I think he's in Maldives. We are supposed to meet him tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Yesterday.
Oh.
But I think it rained. But he's in Maldives. So, anyways,
Ah, okay.
because he's been training quite a lot, I think he'll take a short break and then
Yeah.
he'll be back.
But for T20Is or ODIs also, you think he could be?
I think ODIs.
Oh.
Because if you are considering him, he's not a long-term option, by the way.
Yeah.
With his age, he is not your long-term option. He maybe you're looking at somebody who can bowl those cutters and with change of the kind of deliveries that he used in the IPL. So maybe for the ODI World Cup, I'm saying he could be a dark horse.
One of the dark horses, yes. What about Rituraj? BK Edits is saying. What about Ritu? He can be opener in
I
tests.
think he'd be one of the favorites.
one of the
Definitely.
favorites. Yeah, but if Rohit and Shubman play, then I don't see him.
Yeah, then no.
Any other comments, Shubham? Cricket is fun saying Siraj might be rested.
Maybe one match here or
Maybe,
there
yeah.
beyond that.
But I don't think he's going to play the T20. I think he'll only be ODI and tests, I suppose. Siraj, I think he's in that
Quite
bracket.
possible,
So, what about Jalat Saxena?
No.
Unfortunately, yeah, I feel
The
for
ship
that.
has sailed 6-7 years ago because that was the best time to get Jalat Saxena.
By the way, Jalaj and Ashwin, both would be of the same age.
Yes.
36?
36.
Unfortunate.
Imagine a consistent performer in the domestic circuit. And you had so many of this. You got Priyank Panchal also. Never got a
for him
chance.
also.
Faiz Fazal.
Yep. None of the domestic performers get their due nowadays. So, Dhruv Matade saying, will KS Bharat be considered for further tests? He has not performed well the opportunities he got.
Maybe not.
I also think it's done for KS Bharat. Because had his name not been included in the Dulip Trophy, he would have gone to the West Indies. But since he is being included, South Zone play the semi-finals directly in the first week of July. That's why I think he's not there.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, like Akash was one name that is floating a lot is Akash Madhwal for the T20.
Nah, not a chance. Very, very dark horse.
Outside
Not a chance.
chance, I would
Not
say.
a chance.
Give Akash Madhwal two more editions of the IPL and then
Exactly.
can't fast track him. Arshdeep was not fast tracked after 4-5 good performances in the IPL.
It took him 4-5 years.
And on top of that, the fast tracking instance now, I think you have to sideline because look at what has happened to Umran Malik. Totally gone out of the radar now. So, whoa. Most are repeating. Okay, so that's about it for this edition of the Dugout. We hope that the squad for the West Indies tour arrives quickly. But looking at the way, 23 days to go, and with the World Cup about 4.5 months away,
Let's see.
they're taking their own sweet time on this. So from me, Rahul and Shane, it's bye-bye. See you soon.